Yeah. Styling no. Dissing but got pictures with me smiling no.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Magic Moments with the Mosleys.
Yes.
Today is Sunday, August 11th. I had to ask my husband what day it was today. For some reason, I was thinking it was September 11th. So I'm 4 weeks in advance. Crazy.
Yeah.
But time is flying. Woke up this morning, and I normally take my trip to like the grocery store and pick up what I need to complete Sunday's dinner. And it was cool outside. I mean, cooler than the norm, which means fall's coming.
I like it.
It's not, summer's not over though. Mr. July tends to think that all the nice weather falls within Cancer season, but as with all things, he's wrong.
We're witnessing it now.
No,
August used to be hot, didn't
listen,
it? It used to be hot.
It's just today. The temperature is still supposed to go up. Summer is not over.
I see people in Carhartts and Timbs.
You did not. Niggas say Tim damn.
Yeah.
Snowsuits and all.
Yeah, it's
No, summer's not over. I am appreciating that there's no humidity in the air. So it's nice to be able to have the windows open and fresh air blowing as opposed to air conditioner all the time. So,
I have to wing myself off of air conditioning.
you do?
Yeah.
Wing yourself.
Yeah.
Why?
I've just been used to just that.
I like fresh air.
Sleeping in that. You like fresh air. I just hear fresh dairy. Fresh dairy street.
Yeah, that's true. It's always busy, so.
Yeah.
But again, it was nice just to have a nice breeze blowing. So, what we got today?
What's going on?
Football season's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say it's coming. It's here. It's here.
I got on Steelers color.
Yeah.
This is for Pittsburgh Pirates.
It says, "You want to smell my Vanani?"
Yeah.
What's your Vanani smell like?
It smells good. You know what it smells like.
I was pissed today. I just have to get this out, but I'll be feeling raggedy when I break my fingernail. That is like, what in the hell? Cooking today. See this finger?
I thought she was giving, look, when she showed it to me.
I already had it
I thought
fixed.
she was giving me the finger.
I am.
Oh. I was like, oh,
I'm
wow.
killing two birds with one stone.
Okay.
This is... Anyhow.
Yeah.
This will change your mood. It will. Along with his children.
Yes. All more, I'm just trying to stay clear. I'm like in the Matrix, Neo in here today.
Listen, somebody about to get their head chopped off.
I'm Neo in here today. Listen.
They building up, so it's gonna be. It ain't even gonna be a warning. It's just gonna be a whack real quick.
Topping and Maggie.
Listen, just don't ask no questions, and don't get in the way because you're gonna be in the line of fire too.
Listen, I'm in my car. Let the Alpine play. I got Alpine go.
Today I posed a question on our Magic Moments with the Mosleys Facebook page regarding what does 50-50 mean to you in a relationship. We got a lot of responses too, a lot of good responses, some from both men and women. So it was good to hear both ends of the spectrum and see how 50-50. What does 50-50 mean to you in a relationship? That's the question for today.
50-50 in a relationship. It can mean, I don't know. I don't believe that there ever is 50-50. I think, and this is my opinion on it, I think 50-50 causes you to compete at, first off, let's just be, two people ain't going to be able to do things at the same level. The majority of the same time.
You're individuals, so you do things differently.
Yeah, it's going to shift. I think it's meant for when I'm not able to do my best, you still got me.
I still carry you.
Yeah. So I think the weight shifts. I think now if two people you can't come in competing or having something set where you want to try to do 50-50 because what you contribute is different to what I contribute. So what scale would you weigh it on?
So that was the thing to me. It's like you can't honestly put weights on it to balance it out to be 50-50. And I don't think that's ever.
Yeah.
But to me, 50-50 is just in a... It's figuratively, not in a literal sense. You can't say like you love me 50% and I love you 50. No, 50-50 to me just means that there are two parties coming together and the goal is just to create wholeness.
Right.
So it's not putting a weight on financially 50-50. It's not with interaction or the raising of our children 50-50, but just in a literal sense of two halves coming together to make a whole.
I think Christopher Brown said about maybe if she only can contribute 35%.
Yeah, then you carry the other 65.
Yeah, so
That would be your job. I would hope in a relationship that. So let me ask this: is it a given that if the other person isn't up to par, that you supplement for them?
I think, not to get too deep in it, but if we're gonna play around, if we're gonna be in it, I think that when people meet people, when you first meet them, you get a little bit of dose of what they can do. People do grow as you go, but how you approach the relationship, like I knew when you wanted to take me out. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference of what you see from that person. So a lot of stuff that you were doing when you met me showed me a lot of what you can give. You see what I'm saying? So you see then. So I feel like if people get into a relationship and that person is not being counterproductive, you knew that already. So I feel.
So you knew what you signed up for.
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah. Listen, if you met her and she was at the crib and she ain't work, then you know she already don't work. So what did you?
I didn't have a job when you met me. I didn't have a job.
Yeah,
when
but you
met
had
me.
a story of why you didn't have a job.
Oh, I was just saying I didn't have a job.
But you wasn't living. You didn't mention if you was living off of assistance and you don't work. I didn't get that vibe from you. So if I'd have got that vibe, yeah. So that.
To me, I say in a relationship, like not even in a relationship, but let's just say as humans, we grow. So there are levels of things, experiences, journeys that we go through that help expose you to growth. So everything like won't always be equal. It's not like, that's why I say you can't put weight on it because it's not a balancing act. So let's just say, God forbid, I lost my job and then I wasn't able to contribute as much as I normally contribute. Then it's just a given and second nature that me being down, you're going to be up, and vice versa. But again, not even in terms of physical, because let's just say for the first 6 months of this year, like I swear I battled depression and I battled it heavily. So even on an emotional sense, on a mental sense, like being up, being down. So we all go through things. God forbid if we experience death, again, it all changes. So there's different levels, different parts of the journey that we're all going to experience, parts of growth. So it's never, I can't put a weight on it to say if
that's why. And even because I think I was asking, my question was, do you think love language plays a part in, because each one is different, so some take more power doing than the other ones. You know, some of them is a quick "I love you," and, "Oh, you do great today." Because you know that's what gets you compliments. You know, then you got gifts. So you got there's different things that I think play a part. I had a question was, well, you already answered. What does a person classify as equal? What is 50-50?
To me, it's just giving your all. And again, my all might not be your all.
I think some people look at 50-50 as like bills and responsibilities.
I agree. And that's I would say that's part of the criteria, but not like just the
because I think
be-all
and that because you gotta go with the balance of what works.
You do. So again, like we run a business. Let's just say it's a high month or it's a low month with clients coming in and out. Some of them are constantly rotating. So it's just a given that, let's just say, what you normally contribute to, if you can't, that I won't have it. We are a team, so it's just a given. I would say you don't always want it to be that way, where someone's giving, and then someone's always taking. You want it to always be a balancing act. But again, it's second nature that you know if I fall short, that you're going to pick up where I left off. That's a given. You shouldn't have to explain in a relationship with anybody, whether it's a friendship, a partnership, a business, co-ownership or what have you. You just have to know, and again, this is our goal. This is what we're going to have to do to reach it. And then again, wherever someone falls short, you just have to pick up and pull the weight. And it shouldn't be that way always.
Right.
But
so what about people that always throwing in with their half or saying what the other person don't do? Because I know it's probably.
I know, and I've probably been guilty of that myself. Always, I think everyone always thinks so highly of themselves that they feel like they're doing the damn thing, like they're doing the most. But that's where you have to take a reality check within yourself, though. So I could say I've probably been guilty of saying like I do this and I do. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's time to have like some sort of communication to understand why someone feels that they're always doing this or they're contributing this, and not taking or even given acknowledgement to what someone else does or what they contribute to.
Yeah, I feel even for us, like I don't feel it's 50-50. I feel you do more because it's the important things. So I look at it like I weigh it on like important responsibilities. Not just because you have a secure, we can say secure for the most part.
Secure what?
Job.
Oh.
Like, I don't speak nothing over myself, but just if it might just die out a little bit. It might just be so.
That's what I said. You go through different times.
So I look at it that you provide better assistance for us.
So I say.
So I look at it like I don't weigh it equally because I know a lot of my damage is self-inflicted.
You said that?
Yeah, I know it. So I don't weigh it like I'm doing, because I'm like, I shouldn't even be doing this because I made this, so I gotta,
I know you felt that way.
But I'll be sitting there like I'm hurt. I be hurting myself.
I don't
I
mind.
hurt us, but I feel it was for a cause. I'm just so it's cool.
It doesn't bother me. I just say this, like I'm big on appreciation. Gifts don't matter to me, so it's not like you have to go out of your way and spend money and do. I don't like. I won't say I won't. I don't like that, but it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I come in like these cost this, and she be like,
and I don't care because
so I say,
I just want, and thank God because we can spend it on something else. I just want to feel appreciated. So I don't care that like Sundays are crazy, and that's why I said before I came in here and he clicked on the camera and pushed record. I had to really like get myself together because Sundays are draining. They're good as far as cooking and everything, but like right now, breaking up all these fights between the kids and all of their petty fights, like, is draining. So I came in, I was like, Jesus Christ.
I can't.
Jesus.
Yeah, they get you.
They will get you. So what I do for y'all, like, that makes me happy. I always want to make sure that y'all being put first. That y'all are taken care of, that y'all have again, a clean house, a good meal to eat. I just want appreciation for someone to genuinely just say, thanks, Mom, I appreciate it. My kids don't say, thanks, Mom, I appreciate it. They tell me thanks after I cuss everybody out. No, I just want that to be freely and them to like really genuinely just say, thanks, Mom, I appreciate all that you do.
Hey, babies.
Oh my God.
Baby.
And I'm baby. Oh my God, no more kids.
Yeah. But
no more Mosleys.
I was gonna say about the 50-50, right?
Which portion?
The equal parts of how you treat each other, how you look at situations and communication. Equal freedom for communication. Equal 50-50 in that area. 50-50 in accepting responsibility. 50-50 in learning to listen. 50-50 in trust. And the flip side of it, it can be 50-50 of pettiness.
You're right.
And that is a thing where a lot of relationships have that. Well, you do this.
Tit for tat.
And you do that. And you, so when that plays a lot of major part of it, and that's where the relationship is at, everything else ain't gonna matter. If you don't find harmony within the communications and the trust and all the things that go on there.
Do you do 50-50 pettiness?
Nah.
No?
Nah, I don't do 50-50. I mean, I can be annoying, but nah. I don't think you do.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have the energy. Listen, I got so much stuff going on that I don't have.
Yeah, I said we really don't. You know what I mean?
There are people
now if it's in the moment, and we in the moment, and you say something, I might say something sarcastic and be, but I don't.
You said might.
But
It was cute.
yeah, in the moment. But yeah, I think that
We don't operate on a tit for tat.
you have to have the trust and the communication at a 50-50 before you can even balance the I mean, we talking serious relationship, people, because it does matter to be able to come in knowing that even men meeting women coming in to know I'm going to lift the burden because I like you and I want I'm going to flip it. Some people ain't in 50-50 relationships and they're okay with that. Now I say this
For the time being, it's going to come about that.
I think the person that does the more becomes controlling of the lesser person that doesn't contribute. When you allow someone to come in and take care of you.
What? Wait, say this again.
When you allow someone to come in and take care of you, a man comes in and from your whatever percent that you're doing.
Oh, you're speaking from a man's point of view.
I mean,
you think women control men? If it would be the flip side? Or am I understanding you incorrectly?
Yeah, because how many women is coming in not without having nothing? Well, that's not a lot. Mostly men are the ones that are looking for homes.
Stop.
I'm just being honest. Can I be honest? There's guys with houses and stuff like that, but they don't got women that are homeless coming to them to live with them and to help them. I ain't gonna say homeless, but just, well, what are you, homeless? You might live with somebody, you might still live with your mom, so you can still live at home. So, but majority of men are still sleeping on couches, staying with women that they really don't want to be with. So they have.
That's one. So okay, so coming into a relationship like that, then that.
So I feel when someone's coming and they're being taken care of, you're never going to. That's why I say the approach of how you meet.
So your mission should always be then for the person who isn't contributing. Like, how can I contribute a little better though?
I don't think that's people's mission. I think that's going.
But it has to be in life. How to get how to be better. I don't know. If you're in a relationship with someone, I would think that your mission would be always how to make this better.
And
how can I be a better person?
Right. We're talking from a position of happiness in a wonderful relationship.
I came up with a good question now that you're saying that. So let's just say if it's someone that's always contributing more, does that build resentment?
It builds,
you feel like
it builds a lot of things because I think if it's a man, he'll tend to start to do what he want to do. So he'll feel like since I take care of he's doing other stuff too. He's doing other people too. Like that comes with you not bringing something to balance out why I'm important, what I bring.
Yeah, but why would you want your significant other to feel like inferior to you? Do you understand what I mean? Well, so that's what you're speaking of in regards to control.
Yeah, if you can't, that comes from, that starts to come about. It comes about, and it might be. I'm not in houses. I don't know the numbers, but I know it gets brought up.
I believe it does.
A lot.
I believe it does. That's why
I've always probably put up with stuff because.
Nope, I've always worked. I've always wanted my own.
That falls into
nobody to feel like they're doing nothing for me.
That's what that thing is about with the comfortability in relationships, or why you don't leave.
Yeah, because that's what I said. You would have to ask yourself, why would you want to feel inferior to anybody?
So, I feel
because to me, I feel like someone doing so. The person, let's just say, being the breadwinner, per se. You're not doing stuff out of love. Then you're doing stuff just to say, or be controlling, or be unfair. Like,
I'm going to get to the point. I want to
someone.
get to the point where you don't have to work, but if you choose to, that's your money.
I don't think
I know. I'm just saying.
I know, but I don't think I don't ever want to not work.
I know you're allowed to work, but you keep your money, because I wouldn't. I'd rather take care of everything, but as long as you do what you do now.
As long as I do what I do now.
Everything. So, you know what I mean? I feel like that would be me showing gratitude. You know what I mean? Because it's work. Just
it's
I'm,
work.
I'm home with them. I'll be with them.
Jesus.
I'm here. So
I don't think I could ever be a stay-at-home mom.
It is.
Oh my God.
You know, I'm just. Like,
They'll be older by then, though. But Jesus Christ,
I ain't trying to rush them to get. They just different. And I'm grateful to be centered, because I have to be centered with them.
How do you let's just say, so for people who like feel different, or like because they gave different perspectives, different opinions about what 50-50 means to them, is there a good or a bad? Or is it whatever works for them?
Yeah, I feel whatever works, as long as it's harmony. I feel if it's peaceful and you're really now, I say this, don't pretend to be comfortable with something.
That's hard.
You can't do that.
That's hard, because that's, to me, that's where resentment
but you
comes
might
in.
right, but you might be holding back from me something that would make me better.
Oh wow.
You should know. I mean, you knowing by now.
It may not even be about you,
right?
though.
But still, like,
that may be just that's something within them.
I'm saying, but even if I would feel that if I'm not, I would want you to tell me. You know, because I had said before, everyone's gonna feel like they're doing more.
That's what I say. I feel like everyone.
And then you gotta take in this consideration too, that
and be
we're
realistic.
selfish. Yeah, we're all selfish.
Mm-hmm.
We're never satisfied.
That's everybody always thinks highly of themselves.
We're never satisfied, as you see. Like, you know, you're never satisfied. It's just the nature of us. So that's why relationships take a lot of work in being selfless.
Me too.
If you not gonna be, that's why.
There's a lot of self-reflection that goes into that.
You got to be selfless, and you can always tell when somebody doesn't want to be, because it's always about them and what the other person did.
And that's selfish.
So that's how you know that you wasn't willing to be selfless. Like, it tells on itself.
When I was looking up, I'm looking through my phone, because when I was figured that this would be the topic, like I was coming up with like a couple words that could explain 50-50, and I'll read them to you and just tell me if you agree or disagree. Just give me your comments. So I said fair. 50-50 being fair.
There's never fair.
Never fair.
Never fair.
Really?
Yeah.
It's never elaborate.
It's never fair. It's never fair. I feel men do a lot of stuff that it's just supposed to be done, and you can't expect credit for it. And society's not going to give you credit for it, especially the ones that stay and contribute the work to their family.
Fair. Wow.
It's in a man's nature to run. It's in a man's nature. It's in a man's nature to do things. It's in a man's nature. That's just the nature of a man.
Really?
A man, if
to run from his family?
Nah, just run. Just do freely. Why you think there's so many men, fathers not in the home?
So in that case, then I'm gonna say yes. That's not fair, because then all the responsibility.
So right. So wait. Let me don't undermine my brain. Hold on. Let me finish.
Left with the woman.
Listen, no. But to the ones that stay and do it, they don't get the respect that they're supposed to. So it's not fair.
Really?
Yeah, they don't.
Do you ever feel that way?
They don't. I can't. I'm past that.
Well, I'll say I appreciate you.
I'm past that.
Wow.
I know this is just how it.
Oh, let me. I'm just gonna interject, and I'm sorry. When it says fair, I read this post, and I wish I would have screenshotted it just so I could have it. But it said, "Damn it! I wish I kept it." It said something like women. Hold on. it spoke of 50-50, and it said men expect a relationship to be 50-50 when women are responsible for birthing the children, raising the children, and taking care of home. In addition to, like, they're 50, and then men just do what? I'm not saying that they don't do
so
nothing, but
that proves my point.
so I would say yes, then it's not fair. If women do X, Y, and Z, like she still goes to work, but then she comes home and then has like another job, which is fulfilling her motherly duties, her wifely duties,
I feel that
the house duties.
I feel that's
and then men just go to work.
Nah, I feel that's not even true. Cause
really?
I do house duties.
You do?
I do. Right. So only thing that I feel women get us on is birthing. That's why I say it's not fair. They birth. What? We raise children too. We're changing Pampers, doing the same thing that the mom's doing. That's what I'm saying. So it's not. That proves my point exactly.
I love the word fair.
So you have only thing that women define that they do is birth. That's the biggest of it.
Only like that ain't
right, but they throw that in there first, and then they throw the caboose on the back of the train, and then they sit there, and then we do every single thing that they do down that line, except for birth. Name something that a woman does that men don't do besides give birth to a child.
You tell me.
Listen. Because when she needs the rest, real dad's got the baby up in the middle of the night.
Real dad.
When it's their turn. So, besides putting the nipple in the mouth, when it's got a breastfeed, here, you do that part. Besides the birthing.
So fair was a good fair.
Besides the birthing.
But fair.
That just go to prove that post right there goes to prove my point.
I'm gonna have to find it, I promise, because it was really interesting.
Crazy.
I thought I screenshotted it, but stop. My next word, balance.
Balance. It can be.
You have to make it.
It can be.
I believe you have to set boundaries, and have communication as far as this balancing act.
I like that you do so much because it makes me try to do more.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think I was taught that that's how you take care of home.
Yeah, really.
I don't think I ever saw anything different, like serving people, or not even just you, but when guests come over, like hospitality, like that. That's always been taught to me ever since I was little, ever since I can remember. With the fairness, it says relationship fairness requires that we ask for our individual needs to be met while also considering the relationship's needs and our partner's needs. As you consider ways to bring more fairness into your relationships, ask yourself the following. What do I need right now? Is it a physical or an emotional need? Good question?
Yeah, was that it?
No.
Oh.
I was just reading that. Effort.
Effort.
Maximum effort.
Maximum.
From you as an individual, from me as an individual.
It takes selfless.
It does.
That's why I said it's a lot of stuff that has to be in play in order for those things to come about. That's the I was going to interject in there. But I was going to say about you can't come out and say what it is that you want that person to do.
No,
I think you can't.
Why not?
It's all in your approach of the because y'all don't have communication yet. Because if you had communication,
you would be able to say it. I agree.
I feel that my approach would be, and I think this hasn't been my approach, but it is my approach now. And I think the wise approach is to do your part.
Smart.
Do your part. Do your part well. And then you will know that you're with a fool and someone that's just senile and ignorant.
I agree.
If they try to act like they don't see what it is that you do,
I agree.
Then you are not the one for me.
Okay, I agree. So let me give you an example. So I can't cook if the kitchen has dishes. So like if I run to the grocery store and there's dishes in the sink, like I know that when I come back home, like that has to be first. I won't even put the groceries away. The dishes have to get done first before I will even start operating in the kitchen. It blesses my soul when I come back from the grocery store and I see that for me, because you know that that's how I operate. So something like that is like a 50-50. You knew what I was about to do, so you did your part and you did it well. So I will say I greatly appreciate.
So there's like always moments to reflect the balance being. Gotcha.
But it takes, like you said, great communication, and it doesn't even have to be verbal communication.
Right.
Like you know, yeah. So it is just taking an assessment of what you know really works, and that it's gonna be a plus. It's gonna be a positive.
That's
so
why it's
right.
always work, because it's like it's always new lessons. It's always things to pay attention to.
It is.
You can never drop the ball if you want it to work, and it's not like it's.
But that's why I said it's not just verbal communication.
And it's not bad work. I think it makes you a better overall person. Just being a certain type of way, and I spoke on that with the fellas. Like, there's some things that you just gotta know when you do your mental checklist.
Mm-hmm.
I do my part, so I'm not gonna argue, and you might be in a bad mood. I'm not gonna get into that because I know it's not about me, and I don't have to make that the conversation. Oh, I do this and da 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 da, just because, and it's not even about that. So you have to know when you do what you do, everything ain't about you. Even if it's in your home, you have to be able to pay attention to the situation. Like, it's gonna be all right. I'm not even gonna get in there and make it worse. Like, it's cool.
Just hold my peace.
It's all good.
Good. Here's my last two. Sameness, and equality. Sameness.
Ain't no sameness.
I think it's same. No, maybe my description of sameness would be like the effort being put into your relationship. So that's why I say sameness. If not, give me the other. Equality.
I think the equality is different, because what I need you to do for me is my equality, and what I have to do for you is for you. So it's still being self, because I'm not going to be able to. Me doing for you how I want to doesn't
weigh the
same. Not the same.
See, but it still equals out.
Right,
no?
but it takes somebody to flip me for me to do it how you like it.
That's true.
So that's why I say it's never about. It's fair but not fair. It's not fair, but on that. But
why do you keep saying that?
A chauvinist woman with no man made that.
You think so? You stuck on it. I promise you, I have to find it for you. Just so you
made that.
Just so you can read it verbatim, so that way I'm not messing anything up.
There be a lot of single women making a lot of stuff, and people like,
but
it's miserable and can't find a man. And you co-signing that in your life by agreeing to that nonsense.
There was a page that I was following on Instagram that was like that. It was titled self-esteem, something like that. But it was given and please forgive me, I'm not getting off subject, but just in general, it was supposed to be given positive affirmations about self-esteem, speaking positive. You could tell that it was a disgruntled woman.
Yeah,
I promise you. I had to stop following it. I just clicked unfollow, only because it honestly did. It was to me, not trying to empower women. Once you dug deep, it just sounded like it was
you was just putting out your hurts. Yeah, putting out your hurts, and you agreeing to that.
Yeah.
You better walk in the light of which it is you wish to achieve, and stop saying what you don't want. You basing. I be saying to me I don't want to get married. I don't want no husband. You saying that based off of the last dude you was with. You got to change your mind. You want one, you just don't want one like him.
Oh God!
Don't let him. When I hear women saying they don't want no man and don't want no, you are hurt. You're hurt.
Some people really don't want to be married though.
Listen, they don't got to be married, but they ain't gonna be like you want to be by yourself.
Yeah,
everyone, there's a power you give me. There's a power that a person receives from their other. We transfer energy that is supposed to be transferred between two human beings. So when people act like they don't want to be with somebody,
But these are people that are with people, though. These are people that are in relationships.
well, I'm talking about the ones that ain't in the relationships. I ain't talking about the ones that are with somebody.
Oh, the singles and ready to mingle.
Yeah, I'm talking about them that act like they don't want to be with no one or be. When you do,
Maybe they don't want to share their 50.
Mm.
They just want to keep it 100 with themselves.
Hey, well, hey, if that is to be so, they are a very unique, different type of human, and they need to use their powers to be walking to. That's not true. I don't care for no one.
Do you
No
think
one
it's
wants to be
challenging, though,
alone.
for someone to...
Unless they choose to after they done live. Now I know women that they're widowed.
Yeah.
They're enjoying the last comforts of their life.
Yeah.
You know, but it's something that still you have
Just
yet
like
to
we said.
live. No, I feel like in her 20s and stuff.
Again, maybe they don't want to share and
life
be
has started now.
50-50. Do you think it's hard for someone... Let's say that. Do you think it's hard for someone who's always been single or always by themselves to enter into some type of partnership and now has to be like equally
Because
like balanced and equally
you're
with
already
someone?
when you want that, you already prepared for that. I think women come well prepared. They're ready for that.
It's the men who have to be trained.
There's
you
women
say.
that know that
Is that what you say?
that what they need, what they have to do. Women come. It's just how it is. Women come like that. They know what type of woman they want to be. You know, it's all about who they choose. And that's a different story. But yeah, I don't think nobody. You're gonna find a way. I think, especially women, they come to adjust to how a man is. Women adjust to it how a man is. A girl can be a certain. They can be a certain type of way, and they like Johnny. And Johnny's just a.
Do you equally adjust? Speaking from a male's perspective.
He probably pick up some of her well man.
No, I said you.
Do I equally adjust?
Yes. Do you feel like you equally adjust to things?
What things? Us?
Just in general, yes. You said women adjust well, is what you said.
Yeah, I adjust well too.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm. Who adjusts more, you or me?
I would say I'm one-dimensional. I think. Well, you know how I. Listen, I'm always go lucky. I am not that guy. Don't even try that. I think I'll have to make more adjustments. I'm one way all the time.
I agree that you do make more adjustments than I do in this relationship.
I find out who you are sometimes.
You don't know me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'll be like,
which one is it? Stop.
listen,
Stop. My mom always said her kids have multiple personalities.
Listen, I just is like, you know what? When my friends, they be like, bro, I'd be like, I'm well qualified to give you this advice.
You've been through it all.
I've had Shauna, Sunrise, Tina. I think this other one stab people whenever she come around. Because them things be like, I know some people, right? I date a couple. I'm married to a couple women. It's about 5 of them. You seen Split? All right. So listen, I can tell you about some things. Listen. But no,
you better stay on my good side.
So I just
wash my dishes, do my dishes.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I like. Maybe that's.
Keep my dishes.
I like my
kitchen
I
clean.
like life's challenges sometimes. As long as I can dictate them.
I believe being in this relationship with me, you have to.
I'm okay. I'm safe, y'all. So don't send no one to save me. This is not a cry for help.
Blink twice. I know.
But yeah.
Stop.
It's all good.
I am glad that let's just say, being 8 years in, we have found our niche. We found what works for us and how to balance our relationship. It is work. It can be challenging at times, but I feel like love conquers all. And because that's the mission, that's the goal between us, that regardless of who's adjusting and who's carrying who or who's contributing, whatever the case may be, we do what works for us. We do what works for us. And I do feel that it's 50-50. We do different things.
Yeah.
We do different things. And again, it's just proof that regardless of what percentage is on this side or what or balance, what amount of weight is on this side of the scale and then what's on the reverse end of the scale, it's working.
Yeah, because I don't want you, don't take it as bragging. I don't want you, because I do be saying I do what I want. But I thank you for that. Thank you for allowing that. I am a free human. I get to be who I am. And I feel that being allowed that, I have to learn and adjust and allow that. I just want you to be,
But you let me be me.
I know.
I don't want you to feel like you don't let me be me.
I know.
If I feel like I'm not me, that's just my own.
And I still be thinking you bottled.
I am contained. I'm contained.
Listen, you
just burst
on your own time.
I know.
On your own time. Because this is it.
I don't want to come across as everyone always thinks I'm mean anyhow. People always say that. You look so mean. I'm not so mean. I come in peace. I do. But don't come with no bullshit because you're going to see some mean. I'm not mean. People say that. I think you said something. Someone said that in our pictures. She always looks so mean. I'm not mean. Brad used to say that. Brad still says that. You just look so mean. I don't look mean. So you put that picture up at, was it Wednesday? and talk about the Capricorns.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I come in peace. I am a sweetheart. I am. Just don't cross me. Because there's hell to pay. So.
But it's all good. 50-50.
50-50. I hope that everyone gets to a point in a relationship where they feel like it is a balancing act. It's challenging sometimes, but you have to do what works for you. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're compromising themselves or that they do so much that it's causing resentment. You have to be able to communicate.
I look at it as I don't even look at I look at it. My visualization is stairs. Like if we was laying bricks, boom, 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 going up, making stairs. So it's like, without saying, I know as I'm doing, you're doing.
We complete this level and move on to the next.
Yeah. So it's not like, and I always say you can't want people to do things how you want them done.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said what works for you.
You can't make somebody do something that you gotta be strategic. I learned some stuff from. You gotta be strategic. You gotta be strategic in how you get your spouse to do things.
You do.
That you need done. And they'd think it was their idea.
I can hear your pastor saying that.
Yep, it's moments when conversations need to be said, need to be had. It shows self-control when even if you're angry about a certain thing, but you know right now is just not the time.
Hold your peace.
You got to know when to have that conversation so that person receives you right.
It is being strategic.
You see what I'm saying?
Being wise.
It's a lot of paying attention, especially if you want it to be real. And I ain't talking about just faking it for social media. I'm talking about where none of that matters but y'all, and you know how y'all really feel and how y'all really rock. That's priceless.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no cell phone checks or worried about inboxes. It's gonna be stuff you ain't even gonna have to worry about when you know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It go without, somebody could tell you something like, listen, I know for sure. You see, you don't even want to think about it. It ain't gonna make you mad because you already know that's not my folks. You know what I mean? So you have to get there. It all matters. You know, it all matters. It matters for your happiness, your levels. There's levels to it. once you get in it. Now, not being married versus being married, do I feel you can still have the same connection? Yeah. But if you that serious to having them connections and it being like that, regardless of it being spiritual or you worried about you want to marry her.
Make official.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that she has your last name. So that she's a part of your tribe. That's your clan.
They was telling me that that's not necessary.
Listen, it makes it official when you when you wearing my name on the back of your jersey. You know what I mean? The whole clan, we in here. You know what I mean?
That was the conversation that was had on
and that's why I said, so when you trying to get on that level of harmony, that perfect, there ain't no way that's not the outcome. You see what I'm saying?
But why you wouldn't want it to?
Yeah, that's the outcome.
Yeah.
That's the outcome. If you wonder, like, it's that makes it that she's officially on your team.
Yeah.
That's the outcome. That's when you know it. Can't nobody, you sitting there like, oh yeah, we've been together 19 years and you done stepped out 30 times. You know
I was going to say 30.
30 times. You know what I mean? So it is, when you trying to get on that level of 50-50 equal building, having an outcome of a great life, I'm talking about being older, vacationing, enjoying each other, enjoying someone that you know everything about.
Mm-hmm.
That's the outcome. You know what I mean? What is we doing this for? Is we doing it for people doing it for the popularity of, listen, it's real behind the screen. It's real.
It's real as the news.
Yes, it's real.
It's real.
And my real relationship radar is good.
Oh God.
I think we're well.
Don't be worried about people's
If
relationship.
you bring it around me, I'll see it. You know what I mean?
We like, no, that ain't it.
Don't say I encourage you and I motivate you when you playing games, then I can't be doing that for you. Because I don't even know how to rock. You gonna get down. People get down like how who they feel is who they.
It's the real deal.
I ain't trying to tell you something if I ain't. You know what I mean? I ain't never thought I would be with just one person.
Oh shit.
I ain't had no problem.
You ain't. You just said you ain't. You said it's just about 5 of us.
It is. I mean, yeah, you're right about that. But I think the same person when it's time for that one show up. Well, I don't know. It might be some other ones. Feeling that she was hanging out that night. But yeah,
oh damn! Who's that?
She can show up all the time. I'd be like, I ain't call you. I call her. Go back and get her. I'll wait.
You're silly.
But nah, like seriously. You know, you have to, I'm in it. You know, the whole, I wouldn't be able to stand before you if I had kinks in my armor. I wouldn't even say nothing.
I think that makes it better though. So
Yeah.
I understand what you
I
mean.
can walk in my truth, my words have power. I
Yes.
don't got kinks in my armor. You know what I mean? So, I'm good. You know what I mean? Can't, listen, I'm good.
I can't wait till you post this though, because I'm still interested in feedback. So I'd like to see how other people feel. I love knowing what works for other people because it helps someone, whether we learn from it or it could be a stranger just listening to the podcast. But it always helps someone, or at least I'll say that's the goal, is to help someone.
Yeah. I'm excited, y'all.
Give us your feedback, y'all.
I'm excited. You feel me? I'm excited.
He's talking about football.
You
He's
know
talking about
it.
football. Oh goodness.
I'm excited.
I'm excited with you. I'm excited for you to be excited. I think I've adopted the team. I haven't had a team in so long that I think I'm on the bandwagon.
I feel good.
Oh God. I'll feel better when I can get rid of these boobs in this tire. This ain't it.
What you do?
I'm doing what I do.
I'm really wise. But nah, we good.
We're good.
We're good. We're great. So we thank y'all for listening.
I told Whoopi he can get a shout out so he can say, "Hi Whoopi. Come on. You wanna say hey to people? Come here." Look, he's such an old man. Look, he looked like he was disheveled. Come on, say hi. Look.
Sleep.
Hi Whoopi. He's such a good boy when we're in here.
Yeah, he's always in here. He's quiet. But we thank y'all for listening. We thank y'all for tuning in. We we
Yeah,
appreciate y'all. We appreciate the listeners. We appreciate the feedback. We thank y'all that follow our page, Magic Moments with the Mosleys. Definitely follow me on Bang Bang Fitness LLC, the Man $1 Million Trainer.
Shout out to Benani for that
for my shirt.
awesome shirt.
You know what I mean? Definitely appreciate it. We just doing what we do. We just out here, just living, training, enjoying life,
And breaking up fights between his children.
Yeah, that too.
Lord, help me.
We appreciate y'all. And, we'll try to get my sexy radio voice like this. Quiet storm. But nah, we out, though. I appreciate y'all. Peace. Peace.
Snail.